What's going on, lads and lasses? Welcome back to 100% Mags. So it has ended down at Turf Moor. Newcastle United 4, Burnley 1. And it was a consolation goal by Burnley in the end, of course, by Dara O'Shea, who, of course, just got a consolation goal for Burnley. But a fantastic performance by our lads down at Turf Moor to, of course, take us closer to European football once again. The first opening goal, of course, was scored by none other than, of course, Callum Wilson. Callum Wilson scoring, of course, 19 minutes into the game, back from an injury as well, and doing some fantastic play in the game today for us. A brilliant performance by Callum Wilson. Nice to see him back in the side. Nice to see him on the score sheet as well today. And, you know, you couldn't ask for any better, from Callum Wilson. You couldn't ask for any more from him. It was just a fantastic performance by the lad. He really put in a good shift in the course for us tonight in that game down at Turf Moor. Fantastic performance by him. The second goal scorer of the game, of course, was none other than this man, Sean Longstaff, getting on the score sheet for Newcastle United in the game. Of course, an assist by Jacob Murphy and a brilliant goal as well. Burnley were just getting cut open right, left and centre by the ball to the edge of the area, the tap back across the box, and they would just keep getting beat by that constantly throughout the game. And to be honest, it was just something that Burnley just couldn't seem to get away from. It was just keep happening constantly to them throughout the game. It was just constantly costing them in the game. And it was brilliant for us, terrible for Burnley that they will keep getting caught out by that. But then we see, Bruno Guimaraes getting on the score sheet, 40th minute mark. Fantastic goal by Bruno as well to get on the score sheet again. That back pass across the box from the edge of the corner line and across the box. Typical FIFA goal really. And we see another goal go in for us in the game to take us up to 3-0 in the game. Then of course there was a chance for this man, Alexander Isak, of course, to get on the score sheet from the penalty spot. However, it wasn't to be, unfortunately, that being saved by the Burnley goalkeeper. He was then, of course, fouled in the follow-up to going to get the ball after the goalkeeper saved it. That was looked at on VAR. In my opinion, that should have probably been the penalty retaken or another penalty given to Newcastle United because in my opinion that was a foul on Alexander Isak. It wasn't given, however, by John Brooks or Anthony Taylor, who of course Anthony Taylor was the referee for this game. And my God, he was really influencing this game. He was really getting his self in there, trying to be in the headlines in this game as well. He would just not let this game play out. He was influencing everything in the game. But it wasn't, of course, enough to stop us from coming away with a win in the game. Like I said, in the preview, as long as the lads put in the performance, whatever Anthony Taylor does, it won't stop us from coming away from this game with all 3 points in the bag. And we did exactly that, all 3 points in the bag. So that is all you can ask for from the lads tonight. Of course, Alex, did end up getting on the score sheet on the 55th minute, not that long after. We did see him, get on the score sheet, of course, with a really good effort as well. But, that now means that Newcastle, if I can just bring up the table for you guys. That now means that Newcastle, of course, is 6th in the table. We are exactly 2 points ahead of Man United if it does come down to goal difference, it does not bode well for Man United, as they are only on +1 whilst we're on +22. So it just does not bode well for Man United if it comes down to goal difference. And look at where Burnley is down there as well. Burnley still have somewhat of a chance, maybe, of getting out of that relegation zone. But at the moment, it looks like the 3 teams that came up are going to be the 3 teams that go back down. There still is decisions to be made, on Everton and Nottingham Forest, because they've still got appeals going on their points deductions. So maybe something could come of that, and one of the teams out of Luton or Burnley could stay up. Sheffield United, though, however, for me, is definitely already down. But, back to talking about the game, fantastic effort by our lads tonight down at, or today rather, down at Turf Moor, and pushing up our chances of getting Europa League football for next season. We've still got a chance of even finishing 5th in the Premier League as well. But before I wrap up the reaction to the game, we'll have a look at some of your comments. Of course, John Clegg here told you it would be 2-1. Haha, fancied our win all day long. Has got some quality back, and that always gets better results. For Burnley would have more fight, but I guess with fight also needs quality. Yeah, exactly, John, mate. They just didn't seem to have the quality there. They didn't seem to have the ability, and it was quite evident, that we were the better side, and we had the advantage as well in the fact that we did have quite a few of our first team bodies back. Seeing Wilson back in the side was brilliant. Looking at the bench as well today, that was a fantastic bench. One of the strongest benches that we've seen, so far this season because of the injury crisis that we've had to go through. We haven't seen a bench as strong as that this season, and it was nice to see, that there was quite a few quality options there on the bench to be brought off and brought into the team, to add that little extra zing to a team, in the dying minutes of the game. So it was nice to see, that we did have that option there. Today, it was nice for Eddie Howe as well to have that option there, and Tyndall to have that option there, because it's been a real headache, with the injuries, the way they've been going this season. It hasn't been the best, forward. And I have said so many times, if we didn't have them injuries, we'd be a lot higher in the league. Who knows, we might have even been challenging for the league title this season, but it is what it is. We've got 3 games left of the Premier League season now. Let's just keep pushing on with the performances that we're putting in, and let's get into a really good spot. If we can, at the end of the day, we might be able to get that 5th spot, and get ourselves a little bit extra in the coffers, for the summer transfer window. One last comment before I end the stream. Of course, Richard there. Hey, mate. Welcome to the channel. Hope you're doing well as well, mate. Excellent result, no injuries. Exactly. Excellent result, no injuries. Brilliant to see. And we've got the result. We got what we wanted out of this game. We went down to Turf Moor for the 3 points. We've come away from Turf Moor with 3 points in the bag, and we push up our chances of getting more European football for next season. Till next time, hit that like, hit that share, subscribe to the channel. Also, go check out the merch store, of course, over on my Ko-Fi link. You will see that, of course, in the description of this video. So go check that out. It does help to support the channel. And another way you can support the channel for free is by hitting that like button. Let's get them likes up and let's push this channel forward, as I'm on the road to 2.5k subscribers, and I'll see you all in the next one. However, lads.